The Philippines is the only emerging Southeast Asian country whose economy does not historically rely on the oil and gas industry. Unlike in its neighboring major Asian countries, where economic growth was primarily backed up by its oil and gas production. In fact, the Philippines' oil and gas industry is the least developed amongst the ASEAN 6, with a production of only 9,650 barrels per day, while its daily consumption is about 429,000 barrels, making the country the biggest importer of petroleum products for domestic use in the region. In comparison to their neighboring rich oil-producing countries, where oil production contributed a significant portion to their economies. Why is the Philippines produce less as compared to its neighbor, when they are situated in the same geographical location? Accordingly, the nation holds a staggering $26.3 trillion worth of untapped oil deposits, located within the country's 200-mile exclusive economic zone. The vast oil reserves of the Philippines are found in various parts of the archipelago, specifically the Reed Bank, the largest of them all, and the Mischief Reef in the Spratly Islands. According to a report by the U.S. Geological Survey and China's Ministry of Geology and Mineral Resources, the oil deposits on Spratly's Island could reach 17.1 billion barrels. With the recent discovery of oil reserves in the Sulu, particularly within the Celebes Sea, the amount of hydrocarbon deposits in the country could be more than $26.3 trillion, more than the 13 billion barrels of oil deposits of Kuwait, one of the world's top oil producers. This is more than enough to free the country out of poverty, and the Philippines would not have to import expensive oil. In fact, the country would be an exporter of oil products and at the same time, provide an answer to the unabated rise of gasoline prices almost every week. The recent progress of the country's oil and gas industry is the redevelopment of the Cadlao oil field that was last operational in the early 1990s. As the Philippines is seeking to revive its moribund upstream oil industry. Cadlao's oil field estimated recoverable volumes of 6.2 million barrels of oil are unlikely to have a huge impact on local supply. But it will help minimize the import of petroleum products. Oil production could start by 2024. While the natural gas fields around Malampaya, which are set to run dry by 2027, will also be set to redevelop its surrounding areas. The Malampaya oil and gas oil field, 50 kilometers west of Palawan Island, has produced a total of 1.9 trillion standard cubic feet of gas as of the end of 2017 and 75 million barrels of natural gas liquids. It supplies 5 power plants in Luzon, the country's largest island, with a combined capacity of 3,200 megawatts. Other prospective deposits are believed to be found inland and offshore waters, including those in the northern province of Cagayan, Ragay Gulf in Bicol, offshore Mindoro, the New Palawan Block, northern Cebu, and the Cotabato Basin. In 2018, an estimated 27.9 million barrels of inland oil was discovered in Alegria, Cebu by the Department of Energy and service contractor China International Mining Petroleum Company Limited, with an estimated 3.4 million barrels of recoverable oil. An estimated 9.4 billion cubic feet of natural gas reserves were found, with up to 6.6 billion cubic feet of recoverable gas, about 70% of the total estimated gas reserves. The Liguasan Marsh, which covers 2,200 hectares straddling the provinces of Cotabato, Maguindanao, and Sultan Kudarat, is estimated to hold 3.4 trillion cubic feet of natural gas and 4.8 billion barrels of crude oil. Earlier this year, the Department of Energy has given the green light to SK Liguasan Oil and Gas Corporation, a Mindanao-based exploration firm, to develop Area 9 of the Cotabato Basin. The Benham Rise is located off the coast of Aurora Province, the northernmost part of the Philippines. which was suspected to have a rich deposit of petroleum, was found that no potential oil reserved, but a rich source of minerals, and other aquatic resources, like gas hydrates or methane. This type of gas is usually found in the very deep part of the ocean or beneath the permafrost in Arctic regions, where pressure and temperature combine to make it stable. Gas hydrates are believed to be a larger hydrocarbon resource than all of the world's oil, natural gas, and coal resources combined, and if efficiently and economically developed, could become the next energy game changer in petroleum industry. Other potentially huge fields had been earmarked within the country's undisputed territories, such as the Sulu Sea and parts of the Celebes Sea, in the vast seas off the southern Philippines. But despite these untapped oils reserved, why is the country unable to use most of its natural resources? One of the reasons why the Philippines is unable to materialize its oil reserve is the security challenges and geopolitical disputes. The vast oil reserves of the Philippines are in various parts of the archipelago, specifically the Reed Bank, the largest of them all, and the Mischief Reef in Calayan Island Group, as well as the other basins are located within or in the surrounding disputed Spratly Islands. A group of islands and associated reefs, banks, and cays located in the South China Sea are subject to a territorial dispute between China, the Philippines, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Brunei. In 2011, the Hydrocarbons Technology Industry Journal named the Philippines as a hot new area for oil exploration, alongside Argentina. It identified 4 areas of interest in the Asian country of Spratly Islands, the Sulu Sea, the Celebes Sea, and the Philippine Sea. Some of the biggest untapped petroleum resources in the country are believed to be in unexplored areas under the BARMM. It cites a study made by Ishak Mastera, working with IAG Development Consulting Incorporated, who identified 2 of the most highly prospective petroleum sedimentary basins: the Sulu Sea, and major portions of the Cotabato region. For its part, the Philippines Department of Energy has stated that the offshore Sulu Sea basin has a potential 203 million barrels of oil equivalent, while the land-based Cotabato Basin has a potential 159 million and already confirmed 29 billion cubic feet of gas deposits. Unlike the Spratlys, these 2 areas of Sulu Sea and Cotabato Basins belong to an undisputed part of the Philippine territory. Last month, the Department of Energy urged to allow immediate gas exploration in Recto Bank, which is controlled by billionaire businessman Manny V. Pangilinan. There are other potential exploration areas in the Visayas, Bicol, and northern Luzon regions that will be explored in the future. The Philippines is sitting on a mountain of gold. Within the country's 200-mile exclusive economic zone are potentially recoverable hydrocarbon deposits, worth an estimated of more than $26.3 trillion. More than enough to develop the country into an advanced economy. The Philippines' upstream oil and gas sector has been largely inactive for years as South China Sea territorial disputes continue to worry investors. The current administration is working to unleash the full potential of the country's natural resources to cement the economic progress of the country and to secure the future of every Filipinos.